Hello, my name is Michelle Hunt, and this is my personal goals video and presentation. So, a little bit about me. I am 39 years old, and I'm married to Jeff Hunt. We have been married almost 19 years now and have been together for 22. If you're doing the math, we've been together since the end of our senior year. So you could consider us high school sweethearts. Not quite sure. But we do have two children. We have a 13-year-old whose name is Haley, and here she is. And then we have Blaine, who just turned 3 right here about a week ago. So they keep us busy. We have a toddler and a teenager. Um, so very interesting dynamic. We have 3 animals. I didn't include their pictures, but we have Doc, a little dog, a Zoe, our cat, and Phoenix, who is our turtle, who used to be my class pet before COVID. Um, a little more about me. My favorite places to be are at the beach or the softball fields. Here's my daughter. My husband is the head coach of my daughter's competitive softball team. She plays for PSA Outlaws. So we spend a lot of time during the summer at the softball fields. Um, I love the Kansas City Chiefs and KU, and you can't even see it, but I wore my Chiefs shirt to show my love for the Chiefs and KU Jayhawks. Um, I also did grow up in Kansas City, so that's where my love for them came. And now I live 5 minutes from from Lawrence campus. So I have a love for Mexican food. Could eat it every single day of the week, um, to my daughter's dismay. And I work in Eudora School District as a reading specialist. And I've been in Eudora School District for 10 years. I've been a reading specialist for 5. In Eudora, I've taught 2nd and 5th grade, as well as K through 5 reading interventions. I have taught 4th grade as well as K through 6 math interventions, and an additional year of reading interventions in Chi Mission School District. Before I became a reading teacher, kind of right out of high school, I worked for Texas Roadhouse. And if you do the math on how old I am, I was there for 8 years. I was a restaurant and training service manager, as well as a teacher at the exact same time. My timelines kind of overlapped. I couldn't at first give up my love for working at the great restaurant. So my educational background, I graduated from Chi Mission North in 2001. Go Indians. I was involved in cheerleading, dance team, soccer, tennis, student council. I was very involved in school and loved my high school. My best friends are still from high school, so I didn't branch out far. I graduated from Ottawa University fall of 2007. As I said, right out of high school, I became a restaurant manager. And then realized that wasn't quite what I wanted to do, that I still had that love to work with kids and love for teaching. So I went back and got my undergrad from Ottawa in elementary education. I then graduated from Baker University fall 2013 with a master's in education and an emphasis in reading interventions. I then am now currently working on my administration endorsement from Fort Hays State University and will be done May of 2023. So, some personal goals of mine. My family and I want to build a 1-story house. We currently live in a complete 2-story, and my husband had to have emergency back surgery. 2 of them one emergency and then one scheduled back surgery last year after an injury. And so, with all the steps, our goal is to build a 1-story so it's easier on my husband's back and easier for all of us. I used to be an avid person that worked out 2 times a day. So I broke my foot and then had my son right after, and then COVID hit, and I need to get back into working out. So that is a personal goal of mine. Be more present with my family, so put down the phone and all that, and stop being behind the camera all the time and just be more present. I want to travel more. My husband and I's 20th anniversary is coming up, and we are either going to Jamaica or Ireland. And here's a picture of off the coast of Ireland. And then something that I have been really working on is a 4.0 this go around. So I want to graduate with a 4.0. Some professional goals of mine in the next 1 to 5 years, I want to work as an instructional coach. I am currently a reading teacher and instructional coach towards reading, but I would like to incorporate all subjects. Um, Work as an assistant principal and coach cheerleading. I coached cheerleading for 7 years prior to having my son, and I took some time off. So that is definitely a goal of mine, is to get back to the love of that sport and back into coaching cheer. In the next 6 to 10 years, after I have some mentorship, I am not one to just jump in and think that I need to be the lead principal. I want to be mentored. I want to have someone I can bounce ideas and questions off of. So after some years of mentorship, as I call it, I would like to be a lead principal. I would also like to start my district administration degree during that time, and as well, still coach cheerleading. 10 years and beyond, I would like to, after I finish my administration endorsement or degree, I would like to work as a curriculum director, then be an assistant superintendent, and eventually a superintendent, which would probably be around 15 years or so from now, um, or more. I think I have about 20 to 25 years left before I would retire. Um, and my great grandpa was superintendent of Oklahoma City, so that's always been like a goal of mine since I went into the education world. So, yeah. And then retirement, I would still like to be involved in schools, volunteering, and being a school board member. So, why I chose Fort Hays State. Recommendation from other administrators. I have had some other administrators not go to Fort Hays State and had wished they had, just due to how their program is ran. And so lots of them turned me that way. So I really got into it. I also have my old principal, who was also a superintendent, who got both her administration and district leadership degrees from there. And she said it was wonderful. A good friend of mine. And then peers have taken classes in some of the other education programs and really enjoyed it. I chose also because it's all online. Um, I needed that online aspect. When I did my master's, it was half online, half face to face. The price was definitely in consideration because I went to Baker University for my master's, and it's about 3 times the cost. And the Fort Hays State name is much more widely known for administration degrees. Also, the portfolio and annotated bibliography. When I talked to some of my friends who are administrators, they had to take the long test at the end before they took their licensure test, and they were not very fond of that test. So I really liked the portfolio and annotated bibliography portion. So my initial expectations of the program is to be collaborative. My master's was a very collaborative approach, lots of connections and getting to know people, and I still have those connections today. Approachable professors. I wanted someone that wasn't just behind the computer, that's someone that I could send emails to or ask for ideas or opinions. Someone that was knowledgeable of what they were teaching, someone that had been in and had walked the shoes that I was preparing to walk. I wanted someone that was knowledgeable of that. And then understanding, I wanted a program that was understanding of working professionals. And that is it.